Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today we are 3 days out from my fourth and final bodybuilding show of the season. Very excited about that, and also very excited because today I get some more food. We start the carb up today. I weighed in at 148.4, but I will say yesterday, 148.4, but yesterday I was 148.4, sorry. And yesterday I was 147.4, I believe. So we are very, very low. We're lighter than our other shows, but we've also been dieting for a little bit longer. And the last 2 weeks in between show 3 and show 4 have been at a pretty significant deficit because, yeah, if I want to improve my look, I gotta lose more body fat, right? So we're gonna whip up breakfast today. I don't know why I opened this drawer. Oh, actually, I do need stuff out of here. We need some chicken breast right here, but today's gonna be a little bit of a boring full day of eating. I'm gonna show you guys everything I eat because I wanna show you guys exactly what I'm consuming 3 days up from a bodybuilding show, but it's also the same meal 4 times in a row. But we are gonna go to the gym, we are gonna do some posing, we're gonna do some other stuff throughout the day, so I'll also include that in the full day of eating. But first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make our potatoes. We're gonna air fry these, so I'll cut those up and I'll show you guys what I do for potatoes. But it's gonna be chicken, potatoes, rice cakes, and peanut butter. So very simple, very basic, but also very easily digestible, which is exactly what we want, and a lot of carbs because we want to fill this physique out because I feel very flat right now. But first things first, let's go ahead. I'll dice up the potatoes. I'll show you guys exactly how I cook those in the air fryer in case you're interested because they are a phenomenal carb source, highly recommend. And even after prep, you bet your ass I'm gonna be eating so many air fried potatoes because they're so freaking good. We're keeping things super simple with these potatoes. We've got our 200 grams of potatoes right there. I cut them up into, I don't know, I'd say maybe like half-inch cubes just so they all cook evenly, trying to make sure that each potato is about the same size, or else some are gonna cook way faster than others. We have a little bit of olive oil spray, and then the tin foil is for easy cleanup. This is where I'd recommend adding your garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. I'm going plain potatoes because we're watching my sodium, which is another one of those kind of annoying things as far as bodybuilding prep goes. And we're gonna go in the air fryer at 400 degrees, for about 14 minutes. And once again, check. If you want them a little bit more crispy, you can maybe go 16 minutes. If you want them just cooked through and not crispy at all, maybe go like 10 or 11 minutes. That's kind of up to you and your preferences. But yeah, as far as the seasonings go, highly recommend salt and pepper. But as I mentioned, we're watching my water intake, my sodium, and my potassium to try to make sure I look good on stage, which is once again one of those kind of, in my opinion, silly things that I do for bodybuilding. But we're also gonna cook up a little bit of chicken. So this is 1 pound or 16 ounces of chicken right here. And we'll be eating that throughout all 4 meals. So each meal is gonna have 4 ounces of chicken, 4 times 4, 16 ounces. That's what we have in here. And then we're also gonna get out 5 rice cakes. So we're gonna use chocolate today. And why do I use chocolate rice cakes? Because I enjoy them. I always get questions. People say like, hey Jack, why don't you use like actual rice, or why don't you use a different carb source? And honestly, these are so quick, so convenient, so tasty. If you guys saw me in Seattle, we were traveling around a lot. I was eating like cold chicken, cold potatoes, but I absolutely hate nothing more than cold rice. But rice cakes, they don't need to be refrigerated. They're not cold, they're not warm, they just stay at room temp. They taste amazing. The only thing is they do cut up the roof of my mouth a little bit. And the last part of the meal is gonna be some peanut butter. It's gonna be 10 grams of this creamy, natural peanut butter. You could also use any really other healthy fat. I just prefer peanut butter. I'll go ahead and read off the macros for this meal. So once again, it's gonna be 200 grams of potatoes. It's gonna be 4 ounces of chicken tenderloin. It's gonna be 5 chocolate rice cakes, and then 10 grams of peanut butter. And that meal comes out to be 627 calories, 99 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and then 38 grams of protein. And like I said, we're gonna be having that 4 times throughout the day, so I'll probably show you guys the full meal at some point. But yeah, it's just potatoes, carb source, rice cakes, carb source, chicken, protein, peanut butter, healthy fats. And that is, yeah, that's gonna be our breakfast for, well, I guess our meal for the next, 3 days. So we're gonna eat the same exact thing for 4 meals a day for the next 3 days in a row. And then we have freedom of the cheat day of the end of prep, but also still staying healthy because we're gonna be a healthy person. We're just gonna make sure that we're not saying no to certain social events or food because we won't be on prep anymore. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and have breakfast. We have quite a busy day with client check-ins, editing YouTube videos since I'm doing these on a daily. But as I mentioned, I'll definitely show you guys each meal I consume, as well as when we head to the gym, we're gonna do a little upper body pump and focus on posing today, and then actual upper body workout tomorrow. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna dig in. I'll see you guys at probably the next meal. All right, so I actually lied. I just got an update from the coach because once again, when it does come to peak week, or I guess the last couple of days before a show, I'm doing morning check-ins to send him how I'm looking each and every morning. And he said, we're looking leaner but flat, so go ahead and bump the carbs up to 600 today, which initially was going to be 400 grams of carbs today. So we're gonna go to 600 a day. We can see, okay, hey, since it's only Wednesday, if I say like overshoot it and go a little bit too far, oh, I can pull it back and go back to 400 tomorrow. Or we add 600 and then we're like, oh, actually we need even more, go 600 again. So I did have to adjust a few things. So we're gonna go with 7 rice cakes. So we have got, once again, a full sleeve of 7 rice cakes, our peanut butter on there, then also a little bit of Reese's Puffs. So this is 1 serving of Reese's Puffs, which is 39 grams. And that's gonna bring, let's see, this meal to, oops. And he said to add, basically add the carbs using rice cakes and cereal. So I'm gonna do 7 rice cakes per meal. And then I think meal 2, I won't have any cereal, but meal 3 and meal 4 will have 1 serving of either Frosted Flakes or Reese's Puffs. I still need to calculate that out exactly. But real quick, this meal, updated macros, let's see. Yep, updated macros for meal number 1. It's gonna be 908 calories now, 152 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, and then 42 grams of protein. So that's with adding the 2 extra rice cakes as well as the bowl of cereal. We're going dry on the cereal because we don't want any sort of dairy product or almond milk or anything like that. So we're just gonna be munching on that, but they taste really good. Once again, prep taste buds. Our potatoes are still in the air fryer. Maisie is still waiting for, I assume, just me to drop something so she can eat it. But yeah, now that is an update on meal number 1. If anything else changes, I'll definitely keep you guys posted, but sounds like we're going 600 grams of carbs a day. And yeah, gonna eat this meal now with even more carbs, which is great because I'm very, very hungry, but also I'll probably still feel like a bottomless pit regardless, and then hop on the computer and yeah, do a bunch of computer work all morning, which is, yeah, hey, it's the life I live. All right, it's almost time for meal number 2. Just a quick update. One thing I never thought I'd really be doing as a health and fitness YouTuber professional is working in Excel, but it is November 1st, which means I go back through all of October and do basically all my like expense reporting, all my tracking, just because, yeah, no one else does it for you. You have to track your income, your expenses, log it, Mint Mobile, Excel, not Mint Mobile, Intuit, Mint, all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm really going through my credit card statements, my bank statements, Excel sheets, all that kind of fun stuff. But also we're having 2 gallons of water today. Each one of these is about a half gallon. We are almost done with number 2 and it's just about noon, which is right on par. Basically want to do 2 before noon, 2 after noon. We go to the gym. Also, one really cool thing that actually just came in the mail that I want to show you guys is this Tengen Funko Pop. So as you guys know, I might have a little bit of a Funko Pop addiction. I've got 3 right there. You can see Yami. Then, well, okay, so Yami's from Black Clover, Asta from Black Clover, and then Seven Deadly Sins Escanor. Those are kind of like the 3 characters of my prep, and then Tengen, which is just a badass, but this is actually a custom Funko Pop, and it came out so cool because they don't have a Tengen one right now, and I found this guy online to make one. It kind of like a little bit of a present to myself for prep, but even though I'm spending way too much money on these competitions, but that's besides the point, right? But yeah, I'm gonna finish up a few more Excel sheets, put together meal number 2. I'll show you guys what that is. It's gonna be potatoes, rice cakes, chicken, and peanut butter. No cereal. I'll save some cereal for the second to last 2 meals. But yeah, fun stuff going down November 1. All right, and we are back with meal number 2 of the day. So we've got another sleeve of 7 chocolate rice cakes, adding 10 grams of peanut butter on top of one of those. Then we have our 200 grams of potatoes, no seasoning on those, just air fried, and then 4 ounces of chicken. Hopefully you guys can see the chicken over there. So no cereal this meal. As I mentioned, I'll be adding some extra carbs and a little bit more cereal to the later 2 meals. But this comes out to be 747 calories, 123 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and then 40 grams of protein. It's also gonna be our pre-workout meal. So I do have, basically I need to do an upper body workout tomorrow, and I did legs yesterday, so I'm kind of in between like what I should do in terms of workouts. So I think I'm gonna go get a little bit of an upper body pump and just pose at the gym rather than do like a full upper body workout. I'll save that for tomorrow. And even tomorrow's upper body workout is gonna be like 2 or 3 reps shy of failure, not trying to train to create any sort of soreness or anything like that, just enough to get some blood flow to the muscles and make sure I'm not going into the stage like super sore or anything like that. But yeah, that's gonna be meal number 2. I'll take you guys to the gym because I'll show you guys what we're looking like 3 days out. So yeah, and also I do get 1 energy drink a day, so I'll show you guys when I grab that and head to the gym. and the time has come to pick our energy drink. And I will say this is one of the things that probably is slightly suboptimal to have an energy drink or like artificial sweeteners and flavorings this close to my show. A lot of people turn to coffee, other things like that. I personally hate coffee. I'm having the caffeine to basically give me energy, but also prevent headaches, because I've done where basically you have high amounts of caffeine, you come off it, you tend to get headaches, and we want to try to avoid that the best we can, so we're performing well. We're gonna go with the rainbow sherbet, my favorite flavor. Although I will say the white gummy bear has definitely grown on me, because that's Katie's favorite. So when she's around and I have an energy drink, she's like, "Can you do a white gummy bear so I can have a sip of it?" But yeah, we're going with the rainbow sherbet today. And yeah, like I said, this is probably like the one kind of quote unquote suboptimal thing I have going on right now, because once again, our diet's pretty much on point. We're monitoring our sodium, our potassium, and that's why we're having so much potatoes, because potatoes are heavy in potassium, and that's why we're having a lot of potatoes with each meal. Maisie, that's not for you. Hey. But yeah, as far as everything else goes, I mean, once again, one energy drink, is it gonna affect things? Maybe like 0.2%, but as you guys know from the video the other day, I'm kind of finishing this because I signed up for it. I want to be the best I can, bring the best package, but I don't really care anymore about my placing. I just want to be done with this, but at the same time finish strong. So I'm kind of that weird spot where I'm like, also, I don't know, my hair's kind of weird. Yeah, it's like I'm doing all this even though I don't care about it, because I still want to give a good package and finish what I started. So it's like, it's just so hard. It's like we're on the edge, especially with the Halloween candy now around the house. I'm like, oh, one piece won't hurt. I'm like, I can have 10 pieces in 3 days. So that's kind of what my mindset is right now. Just finish strong, 3 days, nothing to it but to do it. But yeah, we're gonna head to the gym. Once again, it's gonna be a light pump session. It might do some like pull-ups, push-ups, lateral raises, band work, not like a full workout. And then definitely pose for you guys to show you guys how we're looking 3 days out. Second to last workout of prep is done. Honestly, I don't even know if I call that a workout. I didn't even film it, but I basically did a little bit of like a circuit style. Hopefully you guys can kind of see me. A little bit of like a circuit style. So I did some push-ups, some pull-ups, some dips, some tricep extensions, some bicep curls, and some lateral raises. Just did like basically supersetted push-ups and pull-ups, then supersetted dips and rows, then supersetted curls and tricep extensions. Just kind of got through things, got a little bit of pump, and then I filmed the posing, so you guys saw that, how I'm looking 2 days out. Definitely the leanest I've been. As I mentioned, I weighed in at 147.4 yesterday, which my previous low weigh-ins were like 149, 150, so this is definitely the leanest, but also I feel like kind of like the smallest and less full I've been. I think that's why my coach bumped up my carbs today, my calories as a whole, because although we're leaner, we're looking
a little bit flat in my opinion. Yeah, it's not as full as I was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, which makes sense because I've been continuing to diet down leaner and leaner, which is a good thing because I am leaner, but also a bad thing because I feel like I'm not going to be as full on stage and be smaller. But once again, bodybuilding is subjective. It's all about symmetry, posing, showing off how you look, that kind of thing, which yeah, it is what it is. Definitely noticing strength is still not quite there. I don't know why, but I have an itch to like get back to like strength training and specifically like powerlifting. I haven't done the big 3 squat, bench, and deadlift in probably like 2.5 years, like seriously programmed. And for some reason, I'm really itching to get a 315 bench, a 405 squat, and like a 500-pound deadlift for some reason. Once again, whether I continue down that path as I recover and get my strength back, who knows? But I definitely think I want to incorporate some more strength training. I mean, I've been seeing some Olympic lifts on TikTok. It's like, oh, that looks kind of cool too. Like, I just feel like I need to spice up my training a little bit. But once again, this is all kind of one of those things where at the end of prep, my brain is focused on food. I want to get stronger. I want to get bigger. I feel like I don't look good enough, that kind of thing. But who knows? Once I'm recovered, once again gained 10 pounds back in the first month or so of recovery, get back to a healthy body weight, maybe I'm like, screw it. I actually like bodybuilding training. But right now I'm like, ooh, like squat, bench, and deadlift, that's interesting. Or, oh, I've never snatched in my life or done Olympic lifts. That could kind of be fun too, just to get big and strong. But we'll see. Otherwise, let's head home. Once again, pretty quick workout, nothing too crazy. You guys saw the posing, but let's head home and get that post-workout meal.
Hello, puppy. It's after Halloween. What's that still doing out, huh? And here we are with meal number 3 of the day. So we've got a couple different things. We have our stack of rice cakes right here, 7 chocolate rice cakes with 10 grams of peanut butter on top. If you guys can see that right there. We've got our peanut butter, which we already weighed out. We've got some Frosted Flakes right here, which luckily enough, I actually bought these, I think for my first show refeed days when I was carbing up. I just never used them, so I'm glad I had these on hand because Coach gave me some more calories today or more carbs. Didn't realize I needed them, but hey, we got them now. Then we have our 200 grams of potatoes as well as, excuse me, 4 ounces of chicken tenderloin in this bowl. So this is super basic, but once again, my digestion's on point so far, which is awesome. I'm also very thirsty, which is one of those things where the more carbs I eat, the more my body starts to hold water. So I need to drink a lot of water, which is why this is actually my 4th and final water for the day. I might go a little bit over if I feel like I need it. I'll just note that in terms of, once again, with my coach, like, hey, the extra carbs have me drinking extra water, and we'll kind of make adjustments because today's Wednesday and we have 2 days to make adjustments up or down. But the calories for this meal, and oh, I don't know if I said this, but this is 50 grams of Frosted Flakes. And then that comes out to be 923 calories, 168 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 42 grams of protein. And like I said, digestion's on point so far today. These meals, basically, once again, they're rather basic, but they get the job done. They fill me up, hopefully will fill me out for the show. But that's one thing I'm kind of concerned about as far as like my cheat days post-show, is my body's not gonna be used to the amount of like probably dairy and sugar and other products that I've been just not consuming because I've been such a whole food based diet for so long. So I'm telling Katie right now, because she's gonna be with me all weekend, like, make sure I limit myself and don't go too overboard. Obviously I'm gonna have lots of sugar, I'm gonna have ice cream, I'm gonna have that kind of stuff, but try to like pace myself, right? Like, this food is not going anywhere. It's not a 10,000 calorie challenge. I can now work everything I want into my diet post show, so I don't need to eat it all on that one day. That's kind of, once again, it's a hard mindset to have after restricting myself for so long, but it's a very important one to make sure I don't basically eat myself into a binge and feel like crap. So hopefully I can say that now, but hopefully I can also actually implement that later when I do my post-show cheat day, stuff like that. But yeah, without further ado, that's meal number 3. I'll see you guys at the 4th and final meal here in, a couple hours. We're back with the 4th and final meal of the day. Basically the exact same thing we just had, just with slightly less Frosted Flakes. So I did have 7 rice cakes. I started to eat those, but we're gonna count 7, 200 grams of potatoes, 4 ounces of chicken tenderloin, 10 grams of peanut butter on top of that rice cake right there, and then 1 serving or 37 grams of Frosted Flakes. This comes out to be 877 calories, 156 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and then 42 grams of protein. And that's gonna bring our day total, let's see, to 3,456 calories, 599 grams of carbs. Our goal was 600, so right on point there. 55 grams of fat and then 166 grams of protein. And the crazy part about that is I just had 600 grams of carbs. Well, I'm gonna have 600 grams of carbs, nearly 3,500 calories, and I feel like I could continue to eat. I feel like I'm a bottomless pit. I can just put food away and just store it for later. And that's gonna be kind of a good and a bad thing in the sense that, okay, I probably didn't overeat today. I probably have just as many carbs tomorrow, but also in the sense of like that cheat day, it's gonna be pretty tough to stay under like 5,000 calories or so. But regardless, that is the final meal. And that is a full day of eating, full day of carbing up, full day of eating 600 grams of carbs leading up to my final show. So after today, 2 days left. I think tomorrow, I'll film probably like a little bit of a full day of eating. I'll probably film the workout and then maybe a little bit of grocery shopping, not only for the cheat day, but also for my recovery diet. So I'll show you guys what we get tomorrow for the cheat day and the recovery diet. Without further ado, I'm gonna eat this. We need to go get Katie some ice cream because she wants Graders. Mint, what? No, not mint chip. Coconut?
I kind of looked at the dark chocolate brownie.
Dark chocolate
really
brownie as the ice cream flavor. So we're gonna go get her some ice cream. She's been studying basically since she got back from work, so she deserves it. What?
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, she did what? Some other assignments. It doesn't matter. But I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.